Welcome to humanity. This is Hour 1.
Whatever it takes, we got to stop. Whatever it takes is what it took.
This is Brock Lesnar, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Yo, hi, this is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to listen to Fight Net Radio.
Lee Harvey Oswald, what's your name? How am I supposed to know you?
This is Frank Shamrock. We're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Hi, this is Tia, the Knockout St. John, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio, and there's no way I would ever touch Lee.
This is Chuck Jackson.
I am Stephen Bonner, and you're listening to Fight Net
Dan
Radio.
Henderson, you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Everybody, welcome to Fight Net Radio, where Lee's burning every bridge there is out there. All right.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
Lee Hunter sitting here beside Bronco Billy Wright. The D Hotel Las Vegas. We're watching Jesus Gutierrez versus Angel Hernandez. I'll roll the R's and drop the Z. How you doing tonight, Billy?
I'm doing good. Hey, how you doing tonight? Thank you so much for having me here tonight.
Billy and I are taking in an evening. Tremendous venue. I can't even say enough about the venue for the D, and I want to get all the names right. It's Championship Title Boxing, CBS Sports Network, Knockout Boxing, and of course, our friends, Roy Jones Jr., Square Ring Promotions.
That's right.
Chewy from Culiacan, Mexico. And I say that because Jesus Gutierrez is clearly the guy that they're behind here locally. Came in with all the sponsors, came in with all the pomp and circumstance. First fight of the night. We've been watching some of the undercards. What was your instinct watching these guys come into the ring?
You know, you can watch the fighters. You see the ones that are here to fight, and you see the ones that are here to be beat up. And you can tell almost instantly by the look on their face, or how they enter the ring, how they carry themselves. If they're looking down, or if they're looking to fight, you can really tell. And you can see the ones that are coming to get beat up. And unfortunately, they should all be coming to fight.
Yeah. The undercard was kind of a rocky road to get through. I'll go through it really quickly. Salvador Lopez won in a 4-round fight. Kimbo Boykin. I don't want to make fun of the name, but Boykin took on Keith No Holds Barred, got beat by the X Factor Boykin. And he definitely needed a name like the X Factor to get over that. But they were forgettable fights for a crowd that's out here on a Friday night, sold out 3-day weekend here in Vegas with lots of events. And we were talking about this. Is boxing dead because we're not putting on the right cards?
I believe that, it goes back to having boxing be bracketed, where everybody has to fight everybody. There's no more selecting or cherry picking. You fight guys that have the records, that have earned their way into a fight. And, and however that's got to happen, it needs to happen. But fights like this, so the boxing, I don't think boxing is not dead. People still love boxing. That's why this place is sold out. Everyone's here to watch fighting. They need to have a fight like this. It looks like it's going to be an entertaining fight as long as it lasts.
And I think that's the thing. Gutierrez is clearly the cream of the crop. He's the... Now, you understood the belt. You're going to have to teach me about these WBC belts, and you know my whole hang-up on the number of belts. But he is the WBC...
It looked like the WBC USNBC champion. That's the belt that he had. That's the belt he walked in with.
So it seems like he's about third or fourth down on the depth chart in this division. I mean, he's certainly in line to be the guy. And he's being earmarked. He's out of Culiacan. He's even got the name Jesus, for God's sake.
Undefeated,
fighting a guy who's 9-4 out of Texas. I'm surprised the fight's made it into the second round, and we are now. And in fact, the kid out of Texas is giving pretty well.
Yes, no, he's here to fight. And you could tell by the way he walked in the ring too. He's here to fight. He's not. He's here. This is his shot, and he knows it. And he's taking advantage of it. So if he's in shape to do that all night, it's going to be an interesting fight.
Right, and that's what I mean. Shouldn't every fight... This is like the UFC comparison, right? We should get a fight like this every time we sit down to see a fight. Two guys that are I want to be number one, period. Not just another $100 payday.
Yeah, where's my $200? Can I go home now?
Yeah, which we may have seen, which no one will see because I don't think it was recorded or televised in the Boykin X Factor fight. These two guys are... This kid from Texas realizes this is about as good as it's going to get in his career at 9-4. And I don't think anybody maybe you can explain a little better. You're early in your career at 9-4 up against an undefeated guy. You're on CBS even though it's late night. This is basically your shot at it.
Well, even if Hernandez puts up a fight and loses, he's now a very good opponent for other top guys in his division. They want to use him for sparring, for fighting, for an opponent, for all kinds of things. So a good show here is where he can validate himself as a legitimate fighter.
I guess in the pro wrestling term, and I don't want that to be synonymous, but there is such a thing as being, I don't like journeyman for boxing, but a worker. He's a good worker in the ring.
He's going to come to fight, He's going to come, he'll stay busy. It looks good on TV, because he can defend himself. He can hold his own. And right now he's holding his own pretty good with the undefeated fighter. Got the undefeated fighter against the ropes, and he's landing shots, which is nice.
He gave up the first round. And in the second round here, at best, he's broken even, if not possibly even taking the second round.
Yeah, this fight's a nice fight. Like you said, if Gutierrez is getting these rounds, it's because he's a hometown favorite. Also because this other guy's doing as much as Gutierrez. They're both. To me, it's an even match right now by output.
Well, and that's what I mean. And watching Jesus go back to and it's not Jesus Chavez, even though he's from Culiacan, Mexico. I'll keep saying it because he's even got the red headband. Please go find this on CBS Sports. But his cocky swagger going back into the corner, does he still feel that he has this in the bag with the kid? Because the kid, nobody's given this kid a memo that he doesn't have a shot here.
No, that's certainly the case. Gutierrez needs to pick it up now. He's got a couple rounds to warm up, Now he's got to pick it up and let this guy know that he doesn't belong in the ring with him. If he doesn't do it now, this guy could get momentum, and there could be a long night for Gutierrez. So this is the round where Gutierrez must pick it up, and we'll see if he does.
Okay, so we're going into the third round. The Huracan, out of Culiacan, now residing in Las Vegas, and half of Las Vegas is here watching the fight for El Huracan. My Spanish is so great, it's frightening. Both of these guys are just prepared to stand in a phone booth and really go at it, which I respect. I mean, we're talking about the first fight on TV, which everybody's watching right now. And again, go check this out on CBS Sports. This is a good fight, at least the first couple of rounds.
This is a Mexican-style fight.
Yeah.
This is definitely a Mexican-style fight where they stand there and they just want to beat the crap out of each other. A lot of pride on the line, And
is it that Texas, Mexico, we've got a true Mexican-American and a true Mexico-Mexican,
right?
And the whole border thing with Texas. Does that really come into play?
There's a lot of rivalry that goes on with different states, different countries, and definitely those kind of border type
pride,
right? And so I'd say so. I would say yeah, why not? And we certainly fight for what we fight for.
Yeah,
and that's what they're doing right now. They're getting it on right now. These guys are getting it on.
It's a hanging and banging moment.
They better start getting this guy to do something. They're saying you hear him chanting Chewy, and they need to. He needs to start doing something. Or this guy's going to be in this fight.
Well, at the current rate, I had predicted before the fight that this was about a 4-round fight. Somebody's going to go down in one of the next couple of rounds because they can't keep up this work rate.
Yeah, that's a great pace. These guys are at 120 punch around pace.
Why can't every fight be like this? We were just having dinner discussing this, and now we're seeing it like we went from two of the worst fights we've ever seen to, holy crap, this is candidate for fight of the year.
Yeah, these guys are slinging them. Every fight should be like this. Every fighter should be fighting. Let me tell you something. If they make it a winner take all, every fight would be like this.
It's not a prize fight anymore. It's a get paid fight.
Right. So if it was a winner take all situation in every fight, their fights would be a lot tougher because you wouldn't get paid if you lost.
Well, yeah. Would that change the way Mayweather fought if he was only going to get his 9 figures if you won? There's no you get paid.
Right.
You have to win.
You got to win. You got to win decisively. And
somebody brought that point up. You know, I'm sure this happens to you in your circle during the day. People who know nothing about boxing and want to talk it. Well, it's called prize fighting. It's not prize fighting anymore.
No, it's not.
It's an organized sport.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
These guys are prize fighting.
Yeah. These guys are
There's
fighting.
pride on the line. There's money on the line.
This is
And
an
for
old-
a kid who's 9-4,
Yeah.
this could be the end of the line for him if he doesn't do something.
Right, yeah, he has to fight. And like I said, he puts on a show here, and he's putting on a great show. He's making a great statement for himself, and he's giving an undefeated fighter who's got the backing of everybody a run for his money.
Wow. And again, I can't say it enough. Go find, if this isn't a glowing review for something to go watch this weekend, I'm sure CBS Sports Nation will rerun this a half dozen times. You might want to fast forward through the ring card girls. I know you guys always look for me to give you the expert analysis of what to see and what not to see. Billy and I have assessed, and Billy's going to remain neutral on this, but I'll say it for the crowd. Could have maybe have picked it up instead of picking up the girls from the Glitter Gulch as your ring card girls, because you know what? I think that's being unfair to the Glitter Gulch girls.
It's being unfair, period. Those girls up there making a living. It takes a lot of courage for them to get in the ring,
$20
too.
and hold up a
to
sign.
come to hold up a sign and get hooted and hollered at. So
my shows have to be a little controversial.
Okay, well,
I can't say anything bad about the fight. We sat here before this fight, and all we kept thinking was, well, if those are their first two fights, this is going to be a miserably either short or bad night.
And it's turned out pretty good.
This is a great fight.
And the later it gets, the better those ring girls will look, right?
Yeah, but
Right.
we're not drinking.
Well,
That's kind of a problem.
That's true.
We'd have to drink to really
we just have to take our glasses off and squint.
enhance
a
their
little bit.
personality.
Just squint.
Squint.
Right, squint.
Well, that's just
Oh.
based on our age.
That's right. Right.
All right. What are the odds that one of these, that either Hernandez or Gutierrez is now gassing out in the fourth?
Gutierrez needs to pick up the pace, period, to stay undefeated tonight.
Okay, so the Huracan from Culiacan, now residing in Las Vegas.
He went from a
He
Category
went from
5.
a cocky swagger, I'm going to beat the crap out of this guy too.
He's at a Category 2 maybe right now, Category 1.5.
He's now taken a step back. He's not going to try to trade with the kid, and now he's almost gone to a traditional boxing of working a jab on the guy and not trying to just go blow for blow.
And he's letting this guy rest right now. He should be jumping on him. He's supposed to be the more better conditioned fighter. He's supposed to be jumping on him, get him tired, get him more out, and make this fight go away. But he's not. He's letting the guy rest.
This kid from Texas. Okay, and that's the other thing. I'll say this for the casual fan listening. A 9-4 guy doesn't have a whole lot of options in life. He needs a big moment like this to turn his career around. And I'm guessing that he was a sacrificial lamb. And that somehow he wound up as a sacrificial lamb. And I don't think Gutierrez expected Hernandez to be this tough. He certainly changed his look from how he started this. He walked away in the second round with a big smile on his face. I'm glad to see the kid's got a little bit of zippy pop. But now in the fourth round, he's changed the flow of this fight.
Yeah, he's changed the flow. But I'm noticing that the guy in the red, Hernandez is starting to push his punches now. So you can see fatigue starting to set in. This is where Gutierrez should take control of the fight and really start landing. But if you watch Hernandez's punches, they'll be pushier than they've been in the first 3 rounds.
So are these guys going to weasel out to an 8-round decision from what started off as blistering fireworks?
No, I don't know. I think, because
it looks like they're both running out of gas. I don't think anybody expects...
Gutierrez still got snap. And a nice body shot could end this fight.
He's got Hernandez hurt now. Hernandez certainly doesn't have the same amount of power on his punches. Ooh, good
uppercut.
Oh, that was a good uppercut.
Good uppercut.
And again, I'll say this again. Go find this on CBS Sports Nation on High Def. Good fight. Super entertaining. I can't say enough about how great these kids are fighting.
Kids, we say respectfully.
Respectfully. Well, they're in their 20s.
We both got kids this old or older.
Whew. But I'm really intrigued with this Gutierrez guy. I really don't think he expected this fight. His demeanor going back to the corner has changed.
Right now, this fight's a draw. Right now, this fight's a draw. Maybe not on the scorecards because of, boxing can be boxing.